So don't be scared with homeschooling by yourself.
Nope. Because you won't be by yourself. We're back.
We are back.
Finally. Hair's been longer.
Yeah. No haircuts are allowed, other than the do-it-yourself ones. And
yeah,
those make for funny videos, but I'm probably
when other people are doing them, yes.
But we wanted to talk today a little bit about, because so many people are having to tackle homeschooling all by themselves right now. In the state where we live, they're passing bills currently that limit people's options in using a charter for homeschooling. And some states don't even have charters. Some people have to do it all on their own anyways, so that's normal for them. But a question I get all the time is, how do I homeschool? Like, how do I know what I'm supposed to do? How do I make sure I'm following the laws? And especially if I have high schoolers, how do I make sure
that's rough? That's
they
stressful.
get credit for what they've done? How do they, have a transcript and make sure they are set when they're ready to go to college? So that's what we wanted to talk about a little bit today. So I have not ever homeschooled with, in our state it's called a PSA. It's a public school affidavit. And I'm not sure if it's called that in every state, but it's going to be something along those lines if it's not that.
So basically in our state, you've never done one, right?
I've only used a charter.
So she's only used a charter. The first couple years I homeschooled, I just filled it out and sent it to, the Capitol, and that was it. That's really all I had to do.
So,
I kept records for my own self, just because somebody could, potentially pop up and say, hey, we need some records from you, like attendance records, or, they could do that, but they never did with me.
One of the resources that I found out about recently is called Homeschool Legal Defense Association, which is HSLDA. And they are an amazing resource, so much so that as I was talking with a group of ladies about how to make this transition to homeschool, a bunch of them were like, I want to get rid of my charter and just do it all by myself. They were so excited about it. But HSLDA, they are a legal group, and they have a ton of information on their website that you can just access. And then they also offer a membership, I guess is what you call it, a membership to their legal group, so that if you have any problems with the law in your state, they serve as your lawyers, and they're your legal umbrella. And so for a lot of people I know, that's a big reason why they charter. That's one of the reasons I charter, because I like that legal umbrella.
Yeah, it's like,
I want to know that
we're
just
doing
in case,
things right.
Yeah, I have someone to that has my back. But HSLDA has things like they will walk you through how to fill out a PSA. So they'll show you how to do it, and I believe that's just on their website. I don't even think you have to be a member for that. So if you feel uncomfortable with how to fill it out, they tell you how to do that. I know here in California, your PSA is filed every year between October 1st and October 15th.
Yep.
And we were joking about that the other day with this group of ladies, and one was saying, it used to be so hard to make sure we submitted it on time, but now with smartphones, you just put a reminder on your phone, October 1st, fill out my PSA,
and
do it, send it, and you're done. And I don't know, is that something that is it like a PDF and you email? Is it a form you do online, or do you paper mail it?
You can do it on
Okay, super easy then.
Click submit after you put in all your stuff, and yeah, it was really super simple, almost to the point where I'm like, what's the catch?
Is that all I have to do?
That's all I have to do. Of course, some states are going to require more than just a piece of paper saying I'm going to homeschool. So you need to be up to date with your states.
But if you use Homeschool HSLDA, they have all of that on there.
Perfect.
I'm told. So I don't know all the states. I haven't.
Some states are really strict. I know Massachusetts is super strict.
Yeah, they have like a map even when you first go in, and it shows you like how the states are color coded by how strict they are, how strict their homeschool laws are, and a lot of the ones in the northeast are the color. I think it's like dark blue is really strict.
It should be red.
But when you they should switch it. When you click on the state, because I looked at here in California, I looked at Utah a little bit, I looked at Washington State a little bit. It tells you everything that you need to meet the requirements of the law.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they're incredibly thorough and an excellent resource to help you know what you need to make sure you're homeschooling legally in your state. They also have some lists on there that talk about requirements, what your child is supposed to be learning in that grade.
Okay.
And I know some homeschoolers want to stay by that really firm. Others are like, I want to learn what I want to learn when I want to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
And others kind of use it as a guideline.
Yeah.
I probably fall in that middle camp. We do tend to learn things on track just because that's where my kids are. But I don't look at something and say, oh my heavens, we have to learn about this.
We missed mitochondria in our biology.
Because I know we'll get it, and because we do so much learning together as a family. If they don't get it this year, they'll get it next year, the year later, and maybe they got it the year before. I don't super worry, but they do have a lot of it on there.
More guidelines than actual rules.
Okay.
But sorry.
And then the other thing they have that a lot of people really like, and I'm not a salesperson for them. I was just so intrigued by this resource that I had never heard of. And it's such an amazing tool for people who are having to school on their own.
Mm-hmm.
But they help you with transcripts. So they have a template that you can fill out. They have their own template. You fill it out. And to keep transcripts, they show you how to grade your children's work. For 8th grade and below, you don't have to worry about keeping transcripts. Mm-hmm. But for high school, you do. And they tell you, they show you what you need if you want to make your own. You can make your own transcript in Excel if you wanted. Mm-hmm. They listed, I looked at it briefly, they listed a couple of software programs that you can use to make transcripts. And all of a sudden it became so easy. This thing that was
it sounds really easy.
How do I make sure that my high schooler has credit for what they've done? It was this huge stumbling block for so many people, but it was like,
half the posts on Facebook, in one season or another that on the homeschooling groups were like, I need help with my high schooler because it's
a
important.
It's a scary phase.
And it's a scary phase.
My oldest is starting 9th this year, and it's like, hey, I want to make sure I get everything done right. I don't want to find out when she's a senior that, oh crap, we forgot something.
Somehow something slipped,
we have to go back and make it up now.
And do it,
So
no, that it sounds like your stress levels will go down.
But your state's Department of Education is always a good place to start. You can look and see what your own state's rules and requirements are. But then, like I have said, the HSLDA, they have all of the legal things that you might want to know, and then also lots of extra resources of things that help you along the way with transcripts and how to count, how to do electives, how to count, how to calculate your grade, how to know what to teach. So don't be scared with homeschooling by yourself.
Nope, because you won't be by yourself.
Okay.
So it's a great resource. And anything else?
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, we'll see you next time on Homeschooling Hypothesis.
Bye.